son of a bitch.
That's right. You son of a bitch. Get the controls over there. Alright. Hey everybody. Welcome back to another stream of Final Fantasy 14. We're continuing where we left off with Post and Walker shenanigans. Let me do this so doesn't go into the intro movie. And by that I mean we're close to Dawn Trail at this point. This is patch 6.51. What I did this whole expansion was I would stream a new patch when it came out, and then I wouldn't stream for the mini patches like this one, 6.51. I would wait until there was more content, like during midway point for the next major patch. So the patch that ends in point X5 essentially, which that just came out today after a 24-hour maintenance yesterday. So I was playing Mega Man instead. But usually when I do those, I do a stream the day before or a couple days before to catch up on all the mini patch content. Like in this case, 6.51. However, I got really lazy and procrastinated with the previous variant dungeon we did, and I didn't do all the paths, and I tried to do them all last minute the day before the patch, and I did. I got them all done except the last one. I figured I'd save that one for this stream, and this stream was supposed to happen before the patch, so that then on actual patch day today we could do 6.55, including the new MSQ that leads into Dawn Trail. But because I got so lazy, by the time I finished getting all the other paths for the last variant dungeon, it was basically my bedtime and I had no time left. I was like, fuck. So I was just like,
You suck!
yeah. So yeah, we're doing 6.51's variant dungeon final path today, as well as I was gonna show clips and videos of stuff that I took from Fall Guys, the actual game, back in October when I did the entire Fame Pass. Show a couple clips of that, as well as the Fall Guys crossover event for this game, which ended basically on New Year's Eve. I'll show some videos I took of that as well, shenanigans with my characters, and then, you know, I'll either oh, and of course, what is it, 6.51 also added a new variant dungeon, so I'll be doing that too. So it's gonna be the final path of the old variant dungeon, one playthrough of the new one, show the Fall Guys clips, and that'll be it for this stream, or at least this video essentially on YouTube. And then the next video will be going into 6.55, which we'll start with the side content and we'll end with the MSQ, because obviously that's the most hype part, right? MSQ that'll end us, send us straight into Dawn Trail. So that's the plan. Let's get into it, shall we? Alright, 1 second. Let me, I'm not BRBing, I just have to do a little something something. I'm still here, don't worry, I'll switch it back in a second. Players in Q32. The world is currently full. Holy shit. A lot of people. Well, it's probably like this everywhere, but I am not on my home data center at the moment. I'll transition back once we're in the loading screen or whatever. Also, I'm testing out, I did this before, but I'm testing out a sound, like a sound compressor for my mic. There we go. Just to stop my mic from peaking too much and sounding too hot when I get too close and too excited and loud, you know? You know, just... I don't know if it's gonna make me too quiet, though. I'll only know once I look back at the VOD after this is over. Oh, look, it's Leon, waking up. With no shirt on.
What?
Anyway. So, let's see, is everything up and running? Yeah. Putting on busy status, just to make sure I'm left alone. And yeah, let's get into the, let's do the final path for Mount Rokkon, shall we? Variant and Criterion Dungeon Finder. Dungeon Fighter. Shit. That game is still stuck in my head. Maybe I'll play it on stream one day. Maybe. Don't count on it. I have more of an urge to go back and revisit the old classics like Phantasy Star Online and MapleStory instead. But Dungeon Fighter is definitely the best of those three. It's just, I don't know if I have it in me to juggle so many MMOs. It would never become a regular thing. Like I would just go like play it a little bit and then fuck off. But even so, because I'm less familiar with Dungeon Fighter, I wouldn't know what I would do, and then the stream would be a mess. So it's a maybe. At least with MapleStory and Fantasy Star, I have a little bit more familiarity. Less so with MapleStory now because it's changed a lot. Yeah, these are good actions for tinking. All right, let's do it. I have a guide open too for how to get the final path for I knew I was forgetting something. We need to... Oh, don't do that. God damn, hold on. Now I'm scared I changed something. This. There. Otherwise it'll probably skip over scenes that I want to actually, you know, show. Now, back to this. No party matching. Solo player. Let me pull up that set guide while this thing counts down. I actually forgot to actually open it up again. I was using it the other night though. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Mount Rokkon. Objectives, path 12, the last one. The Ogiseru's fate. We gotta take the middle path at the beginning. Okay. Grab the rope! Dude, I just remembered that one day I actually still have to go back and finish the fucking deep dungeon too, but I've just been lazy because 3 paths to be unsealed at our behest. Whither shall we wander? Take the middle one, or else I will. Nope. He says, were I to chart our course, I would choose this path. And I would tell you to go fuck yourself, because we've done all those paths, we've done all those paths, we've done all of these except one, and that's the one we're about to do right now. Let's go. Interested in a different path? I shall place my trust in your intuition. Good. A portal, if you would, good sir. Seal of Shadow, reveal thy path. Oh yeah, I gotta do this real quick. Seal of Shadow, reveal thy path. Okay. Yep, so far I don't sound too loud. Hopefully I don't sound too quiet though. I'll try to enunciate just to make sure, but the point is to see if I sound too quiet when talking normally, so. Too quiet or too loud. See if this compressor does anything. It's just a setting on Streamlabs OBS. It's not like some fancy tool or something. Just like an extra filter. But if I don't like what it sounds like, I'll turn it back off and then I'll just try not to get too close to my mic or something. But anyway, yeah, I was saying I gotta finish the deep dungeon. I'm just too lazy because solo would obviously be extremely hard, even harder than with a party. But with a party, I'd want it to be pre-made because it looks like it. I mean, we got our asses handed to us before even getting to the 10th floor last time I attempted it, so it's obviously not easy. It's not super casual. Not like Palace of the Dead's first 10 floors. How pleasingly picturesque. Had we no demons to slay, I would suggest a more leisurely stroll. I shall leave the martial matters to you. Give it to me, buddy. To think of the chaos should those creatures find their way to civilization. Okay, there's nothing to do except proceed normally for a while. I spy a structure in the distance. Oh, this was one I could have doubled up. Oh. There's a lot of holes in these dungeons where you can't double them up. Like, meaning you can't do like a wall to wall and get two poles or whatever. I could have done that this time, but I got so used to all the other poles that don't do that. When they don't really let you do that. just like one mob pack before you hit a wall, which is fine. But because I got used to that, I didn't realize I could have actually done 2 mob packs at once here. I think. I'm actually not sure. I think Hancock has to move forward to trigger the next mob pack. I could be wrong about that. Yeah, maybe I didn't notice, but we were blocked off. Here, let me try going further with this one. I don't think I can, though. There's a door over there. Oh, beautiful. I'm pretty sure we can't. Yeah, that door's closed. Okay. But there probably is one at a time. Which is more my style anyway, it's less stressful. But with varying dungeons, since I have so many tools to actually like stay alive, I wouldn't have minded as much. That ahead is Shoujo Temple, home to Garai and his accursed collection. Only we had time for the typical ablutions, but a proper pilgrimage must wait for another day. If we still can. For now, treasure awaits, as do the monk and his minions, of course. Do have care. Okay, so... don't pull this rope. I mean, it's up to you. From what I saw last time, it makes it harder, so I'm not going to. Thank God we don't need to. A shinobi? And out in the open at that. Waifu. Please marry me. Sorry, I have... It shall be mine. Mine, I say. You cannot have it. But I am yours. I mean, sorry. I just, that was excessive. Meaning I used way too many goddamn damage mitigators, but whatever. I'm distracted by her beauty. So, I'm a female aura simp, so I see female auras and I just kind of forget everything. Hang on. Of 1,000 petals begins with a single blossom. Yes. Wayward flowers bend to my will. Spring has come! Okay, we're good. See where I have to stand, okay. Not gonna do my combo right now. I burst or whatever. That takes too much focus from me at the moment. I don't remember how far away, I just know it was like around here. Oh, I went too far! It was here! God damn it! I was safe the first time. The wife who got me. It could have been something special. Like kid the Chris Tucker Rush Hour 2 line. I'll fuck up the combo or I'll get fucking hit here, so I'm just gonna hold it again. He's doing too much shit, man. I'm not a hardcore player by any means. I can't keep track of all this. I gotta focus on one thing at a time. Alright, I gotta get the fuck out. Go, go, go! Alright, I got greedy on that one, but I got it. Alright. Now I can kick her ass. Don't go to. It's right here, right here. Okay. Hopefully we won't even need to, but. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. See, I was too busy paying attention to where I was gonna have to stand at the end that I wasn't watching which way it was gonna rotate. It's too much shit, man. You know I fought it like 50,000 times getting all the other paths. Right here, right here, right here. Right? Yes, I got it this time. All right. We haven't won yet, but I'm celebrating that I got that mechanic right. It's about to die. Fuck it. We could have had kids together. We could have been something special. But you one crazy ass bitch. Anyway, splendid as these statues are, they appear lacking in the accursed aspect. Our quarry must lie further in. Indeed. Though the temple's isolation is a blessing for the small folk, I imagine it made the monks' experience all the more harrowing. Easy, Carvel. Okay, from here I'll do this, and then fuck you, and then, sure, why not? And then that too, and then this, and then there. There. Easy. Breathtaking. It is as though the majestic tiger it depicts might pounce off the screen at any... Oh? Spoke too soon. That was not an invitation. Your assistance, please, Leon. Relax, fool. You got this? Oh, right. We're gonna have to DPS stop. Alright, now is the first step we gotta do. Yeah, we did this for a different path. Well, I did this for a different path off stream earlier. Why, I feared that would be the end of me. That precarious pile of crates is a mountain unto itself. Yeah, just wait till you see how literal of a mountain it really is, buddy. Check this out. Where is it? Right here. You can just climb all the way up here. You don't even have to jump. This I didn't expect. By the kami, Leon, how did you get up there? Jump quest, buddy. I love the reference he makes here in a second. Adventurers and their climbing. Well, I just the other day on Kugane Tower, but perhaps that is a tale for another time. I love that they reference that. The jump quest, the big elaborate jump quest they actually wove into this game outside of like the gold saucer. Woven rope. That opened that door for him. Sounded promising. You suddenly hear my winsome wailing, you had best come running. Ah, you'll be fine, dude. So that, pulling that rope opened the other door down there. Ah, secret stairwell. How very convenient. Yeah, you can't see it because I'm on top of it. And now you can follow us up here. I love that they made that Kugane Tower reference. It's so fucking awesome that they did that, actually. Would that we had a bit more light. Okay, here... Shit, let me move back before he triggers them. Or, like, makes them aggro. Be careful what you wish for and all that. Okay. There, I got away in time. So, I should have looked up a video for this one, because I'm not sure I fully understand this one. It says, wait for Hancock in the upper floor, then pull the lantern enemies down to the room... Oh, I have to take them all the way down there. Somehow I missed that the first time I read these instructions. Okay, that makes more sense. Pull the lantern enemies down to the room with the tiger. Painting. Defeat each enemy individually while they are facing each one of the 3 unlit lanterns in front of a gold wall panel. They must be close enough to hit 3 lamps, one at a time. With the cone attack, they use on death. I'm gonna take a lot of damage because they'll all be on me, but I have to kill them one at a time. And make sure I'm standing somewhere so that they hit the lamps. Yeah. A fourth lamp will then light. Interact with it to teleport to the boss area. Oh, nice! It actually cuts out the what's left of this. Yeah, that's cool. So it's gonna be shorter than usual. Nice. All right, so I have to bring them. Not that way. I have to bring them down here. I can take the stairs to not take damage, I guess. And he said... Down to the room with the tiger painting. Oh, here it is. Defeat each enemy individual while they're facing each one of the 3 unlit lanterns in front of a gold wall panel. So this one, that's one. Covered up. He's covered up. That's another one. 2. Oh, there we go. And there's the last one. 3. Okay. Well, that sounds simple enough. So not that. That's a red herring. Yeah. You have to do all the other paths. Maybe not every single one of them, but most of the other paths to get enough clues to actually figure out how to get the secret true ending. The one we're doing right now. For the Variant Dungeon. I think that's really cool. Like, it low-key reminds me of playing like a classic Resident Evil game, honestly. Minus the horror aspect. Well, I guess some of these Variant Dungeons you could kind of say have a little bit of that, but for the most part, just like the puzzle aspect of it. It's kind of cool. It's a really neat thing to do, and I love that I can do it solo. I don't have to do it with randoms or, you know, try to coordinate with my friends for all of us to be on at the same time, yada yada. Yeah, I love the concept of Variant Dungeons as nice little cozy solo content I can do, especially when I'm grinding out all the paths off stream. And I can just watch like my favorite like Twitch or YouTube channel or something while I'm doing it. So I think it's really neat. Gives me something to do without having to rely on there being other people at the same time, like Eureka or Bosja. Which now that I've done Eureka, I'll show the videos eventually. I love that content, but it still does suck that I have to be on when everybody else is on. Schedules don't always line up. Because, you know, you have to rely on other people. I do hate that aspect, but other than that, it is really fun, and it is really fun to do with friends, obviously. Like, super fun. Anyway, okay, so I gotta take him down there. Alright. No, not rocket science, let's do this. I'll start with you. I'm gonna blast him. Hey, Buckethead! Oh, he's pissed now. He's coming. Oh, I can't even jump that way? Alright, fine. You gonna take fall damage here? Huh. I thought I saw something was kind of weird last time, yeah. Okay, so I gotta kill him here. Alright. One at a time. One at a time, take a number. Oh, the other one's right there. The other one's right there. I'm a fool. Oh, barely. I gotta be careful. Yeah. Now you get over here. Let me position him well so I don't fuck this up at the last second, or else we have to start the whole goddamn dungeon over again. Get over here. Okay. Right there. Across the hall flares an eerie light. Oh, the one lantern we didn't light up like that. Curious, this lantern shines differently than the rest. A Mononoke's influence, perhaps? Careful, Hancock. I don't know what's gonna happen. No, some other mechanism. What if I... He touched it. And there he goes. Ah! He's gone. Allow yourself to be transported? Yes. Okay, that's it. That's it for the guidance on this. Alright, I can, can switch back to Streamlabs and not be flashbanged on one screen from that guide. It's the wiki, so it's fucking white and bright as hell. It's just like, oh shit. Anyway. Yo, it is really gray here. Holy shit. Lesson learned, Hancock. Do not prod eerily glowing objects. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that was the wrong... In any case, the monks went to great pains to conceal this path. What could have warranted such secrecy? I don't know, but I'm taking my time because it's beautiful here. Light up the gray atmosphere that's very foreboding. So there's always, just like last time, it's a unique boss I've never fought before, so I may die. And my DPS will be shit because I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen or what I'll be doing during the fight. What kind of mechanics I'm gonna get. I just better not get fucking gerbled again, like last time I streamed and did the... and I got that path. Well, here we go. Mapping the realm, Mount Rokkon. And there's my proof that this is my first time here, too. A pipe! You gonna be Moon Goddess? Tsukuyomi again? Suku Mogami and Enra. I don't know what a Suku Mogami is, but...
Son of a...
I got used to that from Mega Man. Every time I see a white flash that indicates that we're starting a battle with the sound effect, I just...
Son of a...
I just do that now. You guys notice, like, that white flash is also used in Mega Man Battle Network to start a fight. Good shit. The consistencies across the Capcom JRPG and Square Enix for some reason. Alright, bring it on, asshole. Let's do this. 1,000 paths, and yours ends here. Not if I can help it, asshole. Let's go. Tommy Forfen, we could suffocate under this wicked haze. Let's... Out of the smoke. Wait, what is about to happen? I bring to the Suko Mogami is the pipe itself. The body is a mere illusion. Dying embers are easily snuffed. Out of the smoke. So it means he's coming out of the smoke. Alright. And I just gotta be standing next to him. Or at the very least, you know, just, yeah, so I can easily dodge wherever he's gonna attack, right? Like that. Alright, cool. I see you. I also love these solo one-on-one boss fights, too. For everything and nothing, your first and final breath. Well, this ain't good. The smoke. Do I have to dodge both of these? Logan! No, almost. They almost made the infinity symbol, but they didn't. What the hell is about to happen? Thank God I was not standing in the middle. Jesus, that was lucky. Dust. Clearing smoke. Oh, it's gonna knock me back. So I should stand... here. Smokestack. Oh, they're back together again. Okay. Choke in your graves, smoldering damnation. What are you gonna do? You better not make me regret using my burst right now. Oh my god, he is. Cleaner. Holy shit! Was that dodgeable? It didn't look like it was. Tank privilege. I'm putting one on you too, asshole. Did you do this before? Oh, not this shit again. Wait, what was different that time? Like, what was the tell that he was gonna do? Oh, the symbol in the middle probably wasn't a knockback this time, and I wasn't paying attention because I was looking at the puddles on the ground. He used the art of distraction on me. You bastard!
You son of a bitch!
Anyway, do that. Heal up first, and then. Oh, good. I saw that shit. Didn't make it out of that. That was fucking close. I got too greedy on that one. Holy shit. That's an undodgeable AoE. Okay, that makes sense. They're doing it again. That's correct. Where's the fucking button for the goddamn knockback? Come on, build it back up. Let's go. Yeah, I don't think any hurt me. Oh, it's not until they go off. Okay, that makes this way easier. Fuck out. Fucking die! Woo.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Fuck you. A brilliant display. With the demonic smoke dispelled, we may breathe easy once more. I feel like that one was about the same difficulty, but maybe slightly easier than the last one. Only an entity of great power could transform its surrounds so dramatically. You did well to outmaneuver it. I didn't always succeed at outmaneuvering it, but yeah. I got lucky there a couple times too. I could have easily died if I was between both of them when they did their big, you know, AoE. Yeah, that went well. 2 Rokkon potsherds and a card. Oh my god, I have a bunch of crap from leveling up crafters. An Enra card. An epic 4-star card used in the game Triple Triad. Mine now. Alright. What's up, Hancock? What do we got? Now I espied something resting within the shrine earlier. Well, we brought color back to this place, at least. What do you got? Oh ho! As I predicted! What is it? I've seen depictions of this pipe before. There can be no doubt that it is an age-old treasure. We got it. Swipe. Or I must have known that a fierce Tsukumogami slumbered within it. Thus he stored it apart, far from the sanctity of the temple. But its will was too strong to be consigned to such ignominy, and its neglect, its power, and in its neglect, its power only grew, till it was strong enough to enshroud the mount entire. Now that this lord among demons is slain, we can assume that peace shall return to the region. We must report the good news to Mistress Tsubaki post-haste. I and my growing collection should not have fared half so well without you here. I am in your debt. So basically with this ending, we have finally saved the mountain and expunged the demons forever, because that was their leader, I guess. That was the true final boss for this dungeon, the leader. It's dead, so peace will come back here and the monks can move back in. Dude, let me see this. Oh my god, why is there no explorer mode for this? Maybe there is and I just don't know. Please, Square Enix, let us go outside and take pictures. Get rid of this fucking wall. At least it's for explorer mode so we can actually... Fucking beautiful, dude. Anyway. Alright, Hancock, let's get the hell out of here. Oh. I thought it would just automatically transport me to Kugane, but it did not. Alright, let's go to Kugane. See what they say about this final chapter, now that it's complete. Oh, I think I totally forgot to do this when I finished the previous one, the Sildian Subterrane. Maybe I remembered to read the last entry, the canonical true ending one. Let's see. The Ogiseru's fate. The great Kiseru is rumored to bring similarly great fortune or great calamity to its owner, but I have seen no sign of it possessing a capacity for either thus far. I can but presume that my predecessors sought to credit their trials and tribulations to a single simple cause in a complex and uncertain world. Still, between the power invested in it by such beliefs and the rich ether of the mountain, it would have been shocking had the Kiseru not become a Tsukumogami. I finally said it without pausing. Even were it once wholly mundane. But regardless of whether Gorai was blessed to have spent his final days in the company of his beloved collection, or cursed to have suffered the grave consequences, I doubt the pipe alone was the arbiter of his fate. Though I had what many would consider an unfortunate childhood, I never thought myself the victim of ill fate. On the contrary, I believe my acute mercantile sensibilities to be the product of early hardships, instructive steps along a journey that, all things considered, hasn't been half bad. This is what a lot of people with that kind of background will say, actually, yeah. A lot of, like, self-made, quote-unquote self-made, not just millionaires, but even people who have been, you know, just moderately successful, that came from poor backgrounds will convey the sentiment, yeah. That it was a learning experience, which, yeah, of course it is. Because you learn how harsh the world is, and then you can also learn, not everybody learns it, obviously, but you can also learn how to overcome it, take advantage of certain things to keep your head above water, and then eventually find a way to not struggle anymore, essentially. So it makes sense that they all have a very similar, I guess a similar backstory or similar experiences when they come from like rough backgrounds and then become wealthy later. They have similar perspectives, basically. Anyway, I might have said otherwise at the time had I stopped to weigh my happiness against my unhappiness, but instead I kept moving. and 'tis well that I did. Whether we speak of tangible or intangible fortunes, it matters not what we have, but what we make of it. I like that. Look, we got wholesome Hancock in there at the end. I like it. Matters not what we have, it's what we make of it. You can't choose the lot that you're given, thrown into. Whatever the appropriate way to say that would be. But you can choose what you do with it. The fortune or misfortune that happens to you. To a certain extent, of course. We're always, we're all products of our environment. We all react differently to even the same experiences. Like, twins always become very different people by the time they're adults. They don't remain the same person, even if they start off kind of that way. But, you know, that's kind of a whole nother thing. What I meant to say was, you know, we're all products of our environment and our experiences, so... Our free will is very limited thanks to that, because we can only make choices based on, the parameters or sort of, based on the experiences we've had, our vocabulary, the things we've come to know. Like, it's a crude example, but the easiest way to convey what the hell I'm talking about is like, if you ask an Eskimo who's only been living in the Arctic his or her whole life, they've never been out of there. You ask them what they would want most in the whole world, they're more likely to say something along the lines of, you know, a warmer home or a better fishing rod, rather than a Lamborghini or a Bugatti and a, like, 15 fucking bedroom mansion. Because they don't even know what the hell those things are. Like, that's what I'm getting at. So, it's like, you can only make choices based on what you've come to know and learn, which is based on your experiences, which is usually based on where you grew up. But within that, yes, some of us are capable, some more than others, to make the right choices and get a little bit lucky, and they can get out of that kind of condition, or at the very least still find a way to make the most of it and not become bitter, instead of the opposite, basically. Takes all kinds to make a world. All right, Tsubaki, we saved your mountain and your temple. So she says well, the mission is called Of Price and Ruin. Konpeito is the reward, along with some gil. What is this? Oh, some food. Colorful clusters of crystalline sugar. A childhood treat for Hingans and Domans alike. That actually looks and sounds from the description kind of yummy. Cute. Alright, I'll take it. We take those. Ah, Master Leon. Might I have a moment of your time? Of course, milady. What's up? Upon learning that the Tsukumogami of the accursed pipe had been slain, yes, it was lying in its ignominy, as Hancock said, Lord Uzumibi dispatched a party of soldiers to survey Mount Rokkon. I am pleased to report that they returned without a single casualty. My lord and his soldiers learned much from their survey of the temple, and I thought it prudent to share these findings with Master Hancock. It was my expectation that he would be pleased, but his reaction was rather difficult for me to assess. He also requested that I notify him the moment you arrive. If you would kindly make your way to Rakusui Gardens, I can send word for him to meet you there. Once your conversation is concluded, pray seek me out here. It is not much, I'm afraid, but I have prepared a reward for your service. Okay. So he's over there at the Thavnarian consulate. Dun, 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 dun. Apologies for the sudden summons. You will have heard from Mistress Tsubaki that Lord Uzumibi's men returned safely, their expedition a rousing success. But it is the implications of their findings that I wish to discuss. Okay, what's up? Shall we sit? I couldn't possibly allow this perfectly good bench to go to waste. Alright, dude. Sure. During their survey of the temple, the soldiers recovered a curious journal. Upon closer inspection, they realized it had belonged to Garai, who had documented nearly half of his life in meticulous detail. Okay. Born into an impoverished family, young Garai was cast aside by his parents. He spent his youth as a beggar, struggling to survive on his own until the monks of Shoujo Temple welcomed him into their brotherhood. 'Twas these formative hardships that fueled his fixation on wealth as an adult. The security and comfort of these valuable objects promised that which he had long been denied. I cannot help but sympathize, for his story is, in many respects, a mirror to my own. What it sounded like when we read the journal entry. 'Tis a terrible curse, poverty, when I would not wish upon my worst enemy. Very true. He's being 100 right now. In my youth, I eked out a living in the back streets of Ul'dah until Chairman Lolorito took me under his wing. Thus did I begin to build my fortune, that I need never again know penury's shame. I think either way, like penury or penury. Probably penury, how you pronounce it. In like spirit, Garai amassed a veritable mountain of treasures, among them his most beloved pipe. It was unique, he wrote, in its power to grant its owner both the most blessed of fortunes and most calamitous of fates. Perhaps when he first held it in his hands, it was indeed a blessing unlike any he had ever known. Alas, his fate speaks for itself. Yeah, feels bad. Might I suggest you part ways with the pipe that may have been his downfall, or he was a pious man but greed was his god? Strange answer choices. I don't like either one, but I wonder what he'll say if I say this one. I'm curious. He was a pious man but greed was his god. Why is he suggesting you part with the pipe though? Is it because of the ramifications that it might, like, do the same thing to him one day? A false idol indeed, after giggling a little bit. I can hardly deny the appeal of wealth. I am a merchant after all. But nor do I seek to snatch gold from the trader's balance. Avarice, like all things, has its price. Wow. Hancock's actually a little bit more down to earth than I once gave him credit for. Just with this line. I did not expect this response from him. Alright, at least he's self-aware. I do like that. He's not as one-dimensional as he seemed to be in MSQ anymore, back in Stormblood, and... I'm not taking my sunglasses off. You took yours off, that's you. Oh, he's really serious now, okay. He says, "'Tis not often that I allow myself to speak of personal matters. Though I suppose if I absolutely must confide in another, it may as well be the Warrior of Light." We're having a moment right now, dude. This is the first time he's ever gotten this serious with us. One-on-one, too. Of the many lessons Chairman Lolorito has taught me over the years, there is one tenet that towers above them all. The value of a gil is what you make of it. Yeah. That's more profound than most people might think, too. If you invest 100 gil, you may come to possess 200, or even 200,000. But if hoarded in perpetuity or squandered on ephemeral pleasures, your coin purse may as well be empty. Yeah. That's saying in a nutshell right there, yeah. Too many grow consumed by the pursuit of wealth for the sake of it, forgetting that it's... I think they missed a word there. It is merely a means to an end. Yeah, there's a little typo there. Too many grow consumed by the pursuit of wealth for the sake of it, forgetting that it is merely a means to an end. Yeah, that's our entire modern-day capitalist society in a nutshell. Money collectors collecting money just for the sake of collecting it and nothing else. It's like, the number is like a scoreboard now, your bank account balance or your investment portfolio. They don't even have a use for it, they just want to get as much of it as they can, because it's like a leaderboard for them, just to see who's cooler, because they have more. Meanwhile, people, because of this practice, people are left with nothing and impoverished on the streets. Because these few assholes are just like hoarding it all for themselves because it's just a game to them and nothing else. Anyway, he continues. Wealth without purpose makes poor men of us all. Should have just read that, yeah. There you go. The poverty of the soul. That's what they suffer from. They may be rich in money, but they got no heart and no spirit. I think it was Martin Luther King, right? Yeah, he said they suffer from a different kind of poverty, poverty of the soul or something like that. Consider our much humbled pipe. As an end in itself, it was the source of much misfortune. Yet as a story, it may serve a nobler purpose. Oh yeah? How so? My humble ambition is to share such treasures with the world that all might reflect upon their histories. This star has so many stories to tell. Stories of myriad peoples and cultures. Sounds familiar. If my exhibits inspire others to seek out and learn them as the Ukuyo e-print in the chairman's offices once inspired me, there would be no greater joy. Cultural and financial exchange can thus see us all enriched. Arts and artisans across the star will be driven to create, and their works treated as the cultural treasures they are for generations to come. Imagine. I kind of figured he was going to go down this road, yeah. Like, they set the whole thing up to make you think he was just going to greedily keep those treasures and just be like, haha, I'm rich now, I have all this awesome shit. But in the back of my mind during this whole thing, when I was doing all the other paths off stream, I was thinking, you know, at the end he's probably just going to set up some kind of museum and show off the treasures to people. To, like, he can make some money off that, but he's going to say that it's for the purpose of, like, teaching people the history of these artifacts and all this other stuff. And that's exactly, he just said that. I knew in my head he was gonna do something like that, and he did. Hook, line, and like, I totally saw this coming. I predicted this for sure. I didn't expect such a deep dive on his backstory and his personal feelings about, you know, mercantilism and wealth, money, and all that stuff. So this is actually a nice treat. Anyway, he continues, if ever the opportunity arises to petition your aid in this grand dream of mine once more, I should be glad for your assistance. Until then, my friend, I wish you well. Right on, man. It's been a pleasure, Hancock. Been a pleasure.
Dylan!
And here comes...
Son of a bitch.
Here comes asshole Hancock again, now that he put his shades back on. Okay, he didn't say anything else. I don't mean asshole like an actual, like, I just mean, you know, that funny sort of douchebaggy guy who's just like says unhinged shit to provoke a reaction. Maybe not even with that purpose, but it just makes you go like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy, you know? But the music came back. He just didn't say anything when he put his sunglasses back on. That was neat though, that was cool. And yeah, I mean, he's 100% about all of that. Everything he said. If we actually went back to seeing money as a means to an end rather than the end itself, the world would be a much different place. Unfortunately, said it 100 times, millions of times at this point, probably. Capitalism incentivizes otherwise. It's just like, anything you can turn into a commodity, do it. Or more specifically, you know, maximizing profits for the sake of maximizing profits and nothing else. It's in the wording right there. If that's the incentive, of course money was eventually going to become its own commodity and its own end. And then that would be the only thing everyone would obsess over, and then that's why we have such a fucked up world now. The moment money stopped being a tool of exchange for goods and services, resources and the like, and it became its own commodity and its own end, collecting it for the sake of collecting it, that's when things really went down the drain at that point. And we entered like the cancer stage of capitalism, the terminal stage of it, essentially, when that happened. That's when it all finally went to shit for real. Or started. Finally going to complete shit. Before that, there were actually plenty of moments where capitalism was actually useful. It's a shame. Anyway, Tsubaki says, there you are, Master Leon. By your demeanor, I gather that all is well with Master Hancock? not moments, I should say, yeah. It was actually useful for as a means of distribution and all that stuff. Not just for certain moments, but in general, it was actually quite useful until money became its own commodity, and then that's when it all went to hell. Tsubaki says, I am pleased to hear it. I had feared that my most recent report had upset him in some way, but I am relieved to know that was not the case. Oh, he's fine. Allow me to express my gratitude once more on behalf of Lord Uzumibi. We are most glad to count you and Master Hancock among our allies, and your service to our people shall not soon be forgotten. As I previously mentioned, I have prepared a small gift as thanks for your aid. These confections are famous in Kugane and beloved by children and adults alike. I like the word confection. It's kind of cute. For like food. Like little desserts, candies and stuff. I must of course express my gratitude to Master Hancock as well, so permit me to take my leave of you. Should we meet again, I pray it be under more auspicious circumstances. Safe journeys, my friend, and may the Kami keep you. Likewise, milady. Likewise. Namaste. A Tale of Two Orphans. Yeah. Homeboy, owner of the pipe, was very relatable for Hancock. Wow. The reflection of that lantern over there. You guys can see my mouse. The reflection of that lantern and this general lighting and this view just triggered instantly a memory of like Grand Theft Auto 4 for me for some reason. Because like some of the most memorable moments I had in that game with regards to like the ambience and the weather and all that and the environment were just from when it was dark and rainy or even just foggy like this in Liberty City in certain areas, and you could see reflections like that on the floor from the wet floor. Yeah, and this game is very gray. It's got a very similar color scale, unfortunately, to Grand Theft Auto 4. But see, for that game it fit because it had a very dark and serious storyline with a dark tone and everything. And then, you know, they used color filters to brighten it up more for the more lighthearted, you know, Ballad of Gay Tony and all that. But this game deserves to have more color than this shit. This is why people use reshade and shit. Because goddamn, I really hope part of the graphics update and all that and Dawn Trail fixes that and we get more colors. But I don't know if they've actually ever talked about that. I have no idea. Anyway, all right, now I think I'm gonna make a break in the YouTube video here. So what I'll do is I'll just sit here. I'm not gonna go into a BRB screen. Actually, no, I can. It's been an hour. It's time for my break, actually. No, never mind. Perfect time then for me to take a break. I'll cut this video here. Probably label it something like patch 6.5 finishing the variant dungeon or something like that. And then the next video, when I come back, will be actual 6.51 content, which is the new variant dungeon that came out with 6.51 a few months ago. Alo Alo Island. I've never done it. It'll be our first playthrough of that. So I'll do one playthrough of that, and then the same video, the same stream, I will talk about and show the Fall Guys clips that I acquired on both PS5 when I played the actual game, as well as the crossover event that I played on for FF14 that I also played and recorded some videos for. And then that'll be that, because that was basically 6.51. It's just a new variant dungeon and then the Fall Guys event. There was some stuff for crafters, but I'm still leveling my crafters, so I can't do those storylines yet. I will do those eventually, just like how I'll show Eureka and all that. Eventually from now until Dawn Trail, I'm working on all that stuff off stream, recording videos, and then I'll eventually stream the videos and commentate on them. I'm planning to do that with all the relics, one relic for each expansion, and show the little story for it. I already did the Eureka one, like I just said. Still have to do Bosja and redo, but actually record the story, the Realm Reborn relic. Not looking forward to that. Such a fucking grind. And then the Heavensward one and yada yada. Anyway, I'm getting too ahead of myself. I should be saying all this at the end of the next video, not now. But yeah, it's just like sometimes I just remind myself so I don't forget these things. The things I gotta work on off stream or the stream. At least with regards to FF14 content. But yeah, so that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm gonna put up BRB screen. I'll be back in about 15 minutes. Peace, y'all.
Dylan! You son of a bitch.